You know? So the trend is there. Yesterday would have been a 10. Okay, because you look at the fundamentals, it's C, it's okay, it's decent, it's not like, it's only got like one quarter that's losing money. But what is important is that the name is very, very fresh. You've never seen it in the top 20 volume for a long time. Alright? So if you've gone in yesterday, this will be 10 out of 10 to buy on the system. Today, 8. I still think there's upside room for this. Okay? When do you sell? When do you sell? Monitor the M index and the MFI. Very important. The MFI, unfortunately, is not a live index, so you can only look at it at the end of the day. Once it starts turning negative, then you need to be cautious whether it's a trend reversal or people taking money. Too many times when your whole stock is going up and then suddenly it stops, then you don't know whether to sell or not, right? Then you're just hoping. Or maybe they're trying to flush out people. The MFI will tell you whether that money is being taken out. So if you see money, a significant trend reversal should be around like 5 percentage points movement negative. That means that if like yesterday was 77 on the MFI, today it should be like 82 or something like that. Okay. If the following day you see it drop to like 75, just sell. Alright, no matter what they do the same day. Okay. The other way to look at when to sell is to look at the M index. As long as the M index is relatively high, that means it is still very abnormal, which is good. If it's like say at 500, today it should end at 3,000. Okay. If tomorrow it starts dipping down to 1,000, you might want to sell some. Alright? It can still be like from 3,000 to 1,000 on the M and the price still go up one. Okay? But it also tells you that, hey, the real activity may have peaked. You don't want to wait for it to do down some more, then only you sell, right? So the M index can be also used as a gauge of sentiment. As long as the M is like continually very high, then okay, you may hold. Every indicator is every day is still going up, so you let it run. This knowing when to sell is very important because you know how difficult it is to pick a stock. I said 42 cents of green packet, which we did. So and we picked Great Wall Plastic at 94. And Gold Star at 80 cents. Picking the stock is already so difficult, but too many times we like make 5%, 10%, then we sell. We don't care. We don't look at the other things. 5-10% we sell, and you miss out on the 40% run. Okay, we don't know whether it's a 20% run or 30% run or 40% run stock. But if you keep selling at every 5% and 10%. You see, picking a stock that moves is like hitting a home run in a baseball game, How many home runs can you hit in a year? Don't say a year, 1 month. One stock a month. And then when you hit that home run, you only make 5%. Whereas I will follow the trend, I may make 30%. So for my one home run, you hit another 6 home runs to make what I made, So of course we all don't want to be too greedy also, right? But we should let things run when we have something there to help us. Okay? Let's go down. MAA, you users of the system, if you don't know anything about the stock, you would have made a lot of money because this has been on very high on the Murasaki for more than a week, 50 cents onward. But because you all know the people behind and you don't like the people behind the company, so even when it's high, you dare not go in. You look at the M index on. Are you clicking on MAA? Right? Yes. You look at the M index.
Now going down.
Every single day, you could have bought. The Murasaki index is telling you to buy at 50 cents, 51, 52, 53. I also didn't buy because I know the people behind. But the trouble is that with our knowledge, we ignore what is happening. It's telling you that they're doing something there.
Yeah, but sorry, you see between the day 4 and day 5 is very high, right? Then after that, gone down already.
Gone down, the stock still go up.
Still got, then okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, 93.
But there's a change of trend.
No, it's just like they just don't do so, but they're still accumulating.
As long as the price still go up.
Price is up is important because why not? Yes, it may be down, but it wasn't like down a lot, and then if it's down and then the stock
1,000 to 500.
nothing much lah. But what I'm talking about, if something like a few thousand, then it starts coming down, right? Because it's still 5. First of all, the stock still went up. There's one thing, and it's okay. And the money flow index was still quite relatively there, right?
Lawrence, regarding the other, the one that you mentioned, the buyer split and the seller split, I mean, what is the key points?
I'll show you something else now. I mean, this is so. What is important is that the buy-sell split, there must be liquidity. I'll show you a lot of stocks that don't have that. Okay.
So this particular snapshot, is it representative of that day or?
No, this is like you see on your stock screen.
Okay. Oh, I see.
All right. And why you might not like the management of MAA. It's actually a B-rated stock, and they've already sold that business. So they could be announcing some asset injection or some whatever they want to announce, but I believe something is substantial is happening, and it's been there for the last week and a half actually, from 50 cents onwards. And by right, if I just look at the index, the way that it moved up on the breaking high, it's going to test its 52-week high for sure.
Next time maybe you should cover the counter name for me. Don't look at the counter name.
Okay, so a week ago this would have been a 10. Forget about the management, right? Just on the indicators, it would have been a 10. Right? Now it's still okay. I would still rate it a 6. It's still probably going to, before it turns out, you see whether it can break the 52-week high. It's still definitely going to test its the 60-cent level. Okay. Let's look at price worth, which is next on the screen. Nothing much on the M, a little bit activity. Today you can term it as the first day. 900 on the morning session alone. End of the day probably 1,005. 15 times normal behavior. Huh?
How do you gauge it to be 1,005?
You roughly know, because it's like most of the activity in a stock, so like 50% is done in the first half hour, probably another 20% for the rest of the first session, and the rest, second session probably only about 30-40% of activity or less than that. So you can, judge and gauge. And it's a B-rated stock, which means that all quarters are positive. Liquidity-wise, is low, but can still enter if you're a small player. If you're the type that you want to have at least like 100,000-200,000 value exposure, then you can't even get in properly, right? You try and move in 100,000 value in this stock, you can't, right? So if you're a small player, then you can move. You can look at this. If you're depending on your size, if you're a big player, then don't look at this and look at something else. Okay, but again, if I value look at this and rate the stock as a trading opportunity, it's probably a 9. Very good.
Good for a weekend pocket money.
Yeah, it can make at least like 4, 5, 6 bits. Easy. You can sell tomorrow. You now just no need to go in, just make a note, see what I say comes true or not. Okay? Alright, let's go to Amico.
So you only look at those that's positive for today, lah.
Yes, that's the first point that I made.
Okay. I cannot remember everything.
Okay, Amico, the first thing that you should know is that liquidity not a problem. Okay, but it's a D. Okay, it's a D. M, absolutely first day play.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely first day play.
Yeah.
Alright. Now this is the critical part, the breaking high.
It's halfway.
Half it's not even half.
Not even half, yeah.
When it comes to speculative stock, what I always say, what's speculative is like DEF type stock. These are speckies. Speckies. I would look at the how far they are away from the 52-week high as an indicator. When this kind of stock is like more than 50% or 60%, 40 to 60%, if they're that far away from the all-time high, first of all, it tells you that this 52-week means within the last 12 months, they have whacked the stock very high. And now it's come all the way down. Which means that if you try to whack this stock again, at every single level that you move up, there are a lot of stale bulls, you know. People are waiting to cut loss to you. So it's very difficult to move this stock. Chances are they are churning to sell some shares. When would you go into a DEF stock? Is that when they are very close to the 52-week high. They could be donkey, they could be an F. Lose money all the time. But if they move up so far that they're only like 10-20% from their 52-week high, it means they have collected everybody out. You don't simply collect a stupid stock being so close to its all-time high for no reason. It means you're going to whack it until the cows come home. If you use this rule, every few months you'll get a Scominet, a Harbor, a Biosys. Right? Don't worry. Like Biosys, 20 cents, no need to buy. Its all-time high was 36. So when you start going to 30 cents for no reason, very close already, right? Then you